In 2019, we ate a lot of snacks. It's time to find out who the winners and losers were, and to crown a grand champion for the year. We've assembled the best and the worst from the year that was. It all happens right now on a very special You Tried Dat! You Tried Dat! The year in review, the year that was 2019. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
What's up?
Now, Novak, we got
yeah?
a lot to cover here, but before we get into it, I need to run something. I'm having like a little existential crisis. I need your guys' help here.
Okay.
So just yesterday morning, here's what happened. Okay, I go to the coffee shop. You guys know that I've talked about where they think my name is Charlie.
Right.
I get chai lattes there. So they got like a couple new employees recently. And one of them's this guy, and so now some of the new employees think my name is Charlie because they've heard the old employees call me Charlie. And this other guy who has not heard that, yesterday morning, he's handing me my drink. He goes, I see you here all the time. What's your name? And I said, Charlie. Like that.
Charcoals.
And like, I had to stop myself from saying my real name. And I don't know why I couldn't. What is wrong with me? Why can't I just tell them my real name? What do I do?
I think you're going to have... I mean, I wish it was like somebody you knew started working there and then was really confused as to why everybody was calling you Charlie. But at this point, I don't think there's any way out of it because you had your chance. You blew it. And I think this is the pattern you live in now.
It's been over 4 years that I've weaved this web of lies, and I feel like it's going to collapse on me someday.
I think there's actually a pretty easy way out. You could tell the people that work there what your fucking name is, because it's just something they write on a coffee cup. It's very easy to explain you kept calling me Charlie. I didn't want to correct you, and I didn't care that much. But hey, funny story, my name is really Chad. It's really pretty simple.
But like the main woman who's there most of the time, like she's the one that initially started getting my name wrong. I feel like she knows now a bunch of intimate details about my life. Like, when I was on paternity leave, I used to go in there, like, with my daughter. She knows my daughter's name. She's always asking about her,
Does she, or does she, like... Does she... Is it, like, another name that starts the same letter, but it's really not her name?
No, she... Well, she doesn't pronounce it right, but that's okay. And,
she doesn't pronounce your name right either.
I'm starting to think she's the problem.
I mean, I say this advice, but I also let somebody at work call me Matt for a good year and a half. So I don't care that much.
There is another solution, and that is change your name to Charlie.
I could do that.
Is there another coffee shop you could go to with that?
There is, but the chai lattes are they're only good at that place. That's the best one. Is right there.
How much turnover is there?
Well, the one woman has been working there for like, I don't know, 5-6 years at least. They did get new They did get new owners recently. Guys, my balls just dropped.
What else happened in 2019? Chad went through puberty.
They did get new owners recently, and so like there was some turnover related to that. But other than that, it's pretty stable.
Are you sure they're calling you Charlie and they're not just calling you chai latte with an accent?
Hey, chai latte. Yeah, could be.
Now, we had a really big full year of 2019 of reviewing snacks, the first full year of it. But it's 2020.
Yeah.
2020 is going to be huge. We know that. It's going to be a gigantic year. We're going to be eating.
It's going to be the highest numerical number year yet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All our vision is going to improve as to match.
Oh, jeez. You know what the sad part
Yeah,
is?
that's what's gonna happen.
I was trying to think of a joke surrounding 2020 vision. That's how bad it was. And not only did I not make that terrible joke, but I couldn't think of it.
In 2020, we are going to rate the snacks with such clarity. We will see the snacks with 2020 vision.
Boom.
There you go.
So no, none of us have anywhere near 2020 vision.
Oh.
As two of us are wearing glasses right now on the podcast, just so I can see the laptop in front of my face.
I think I have -20 vision.
I think if we
It's
all
so bad.
now, if we all had to get into, let's say we all had to get into fast cars, and we were put on a curvy course to race each other, but we had to drive the whole thing without glasses. I think Chad would finish last because
I would crash immediately. I can see about 1.5 inches before it gets blurry if I don't have my contacts in.
Geiger, I don't know how bad are your eyes.
I actually think I'd probably be the best off. Yeah, my eyes aren't that bad. I wear them mostly at night or like when I'm far away from something. But I drive to work and and back from work without my glasses on.
Yes, and I have contacts, but they're not that high. It's like a pretty average kind of number. But I remember Chad's glasses from when we lived together, and there's some of they're thicker than I think some of the lenses that NASA uses to gaze at the moon.
Yeah.
A couple of Hubble telescopes packed into his frame.
Yeah, they're thinner now because of like new glass technology or whatever, and I wear contacts like 99% of the time. But I remember my vision is so bad that I did ask my eye doctor one time, like, should I look into LASIK? And she was just like, no. She said, like, my vision's so bad that like they can't actually fix it without like just slicing there'd be nothing left of my eyeball basically. She's like, we could make it so that your prescription is lower, but then I'm like, all right, what's the fucking point?
So your eyesight is significantly sooner than 2020.
Yes.
I'm picturing them like raising you up into the air and then using like that giant laser from Stranger Things and like pointing it right at your eyes, being like, "It's not working."
They actually used my glasses in that movie Starship Troopers to like kill the ants. You know how people use magnifying glasses to kill ants? Mm-hmm. So they took my eyeglasses and then used that to kill giant ants. All right, that didn't work. You guys want to go through some best moments of 2019?
We've got an early favorite for best moment of 2020, and that's Chad's voice cracking in half.
Somehow still better than referencing Starship Troopers.
That didn't even make sense. I haven't actually seen that movie. I just know it's space bugs. All right, so I put together a list, but before we get into the snack rankings, I put together a list of some of the best moments of 2019 that I can remember. I got some episode numbers here, and then you guys chime in, or if you got some more you want to add. So I'm going to do these chronologically. One of my favorite moments from this very start of the year, episode 41, the space episode with the whole thing about my childhood space experiments and the shit cart.
The space episode is my favorite episode ever.
Yeah, I have that on my list as well. I have never been more surprised that I had not heard a story. That not only not heard the story, but that we spent like 2 weeks talking about what we would talk about in a space episode, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I got something I can bring up. And then unveiled the most batshit insane story I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
All right, the second one I have here from episode 45. I put this because this was the start of a trend. This is the segment was the 100 best snacks list that Geiger ran. And the trend that was started here was Geiger's complete inability to run a segment with any coherence or sense of control or anything like that. So? Because it's just like you got like a phone call in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and
my
like
dad called.
the page refresh or something. It's just a complete shit show. Then I got a pair of episodes 49 and 50 when we did the Girl Scout cookie rankings. I thought that was just sort of generally kind of a fun fun pair of episodes there. I don't know.
Yeah, those are
but most of those Girl Scout cookies, I don't want to go back and eat again.
I agree, but it was fun to try them all. That was a interesting thing for us to be ranking them.
Yeah, we'll be talking about some of them again later when we get to the snack rankings.
It was also fun. Like, I remember that episode just like frantically trying to coordinate how we were going to get all these cookies, like buying some from a neighbor, and then I've got some from over here, and like Novak and I are meeting up to trade in a parking lot, and like there's all kinds of efforts.
Yeah. Next, I have episode 52, one of my favorite segments of the year, which was snack hacks. Thought that was that was some pretty. I learned a lot from that, actually.
Probably the only segment I didn't fuck up in the entire year.
Those followed up a couple episodes later, 57, with another one of my favorite segments of the year, the mascot Hot or Not, that Novak had. That was really, really good. That was also part of the 57 and 58 Little Debbie doubleheader, which I really liked, but also hated because those snacks are just fucking terrible. All those Little Debbie snacks.
That was good, and we had our good friend Chrissy on to one of those episodes.
Yeah, we forced her to eat a bunch of just absolute garbage. Another doubleheader a couple episodes later with the M&M tournament that we did with your sister Jenny Geiger. We said afterwards, no more tournaments. They're awful, but but I'm sure we'll probably do another one. But that was a lot of fun at the time.
Oh, don't sleep in those M&M episodes. They are some of our better episodes. I think they're really good.
Yeah. Well, I have the next one I have is from that first M&M episode. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I did enjoy the Reese's product ranking.
It was amazing.
Segment.
It's one of the best moments in the history of the show. It really is.
Another segment I liked from episode 64, the food song lyric game, which was that you put together, Novak, just because it was so insanely batshit.
With the Nintendo lyrics.
Yeah. There's just a couple more here. I'm almost done. 69, the running episode. I enjoyed everything having to do with our fake app that we created, Luncher. So we should actually really make that app, probably.
Yeah. Another great episode, with another guest, our friend Allison.
Mm-hmm. And then just finishing things off here, episode 71 and 72 that just came out recently as of this record. Our old friend, Strokes, and his partner in crime, Strokules. I think that was sort of a good way to close the year out by just spending an entire episode talking about a masturbating clown who hides in ball pits. So there you go. What else you guys have? I missed
the episode where all of the clues to the name and gender of your child were hidden within the episode.
Those clues were all hidden within and completely wrong.
And for some reason, some stories I remember being funny about these college kids running with Oreos shoved between their ass cheeks and getting arrested for it.
Yeah.
And some funny story about Geiger being a volunteer fireman. I should have looked at
that. Was good. I almost included that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Those are some of the ones I remember. And for some reason, I don't know why I wrote this down, but during Candy Month, we were going to be repeating Candy Month in February. There was some talk of the Caramel Wars. Which we ate some caramel bar. And my favorite new character, a character I like almost as much as Strokes the Clown from this really recent episodes is Factory Dad. He's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, I only didn't put it because it was just so recent, but yeah, that was right at the end of the year there. Good old Factory Dad is so put upon. And put upon by me as I smash onto him.
Literally, you put yourself upon him.
Yeah. And he put himself upon a back brace after breaking his back trying to lift me.
Well, this has been just a really shameless promotion to go back and listen to our old episode.
Yeah. There we go. So we're great. Moving on.
Well, real quickly, I think the things I had most of the episodes you guys already had. I did also. I think episode 63 was the Snicker bar one. I think it was one of the. It's not the first time
we had Chrissy on for that one.
Yeah.
we had her back.
But for whatever reason, it was like we kept talking about tasting grapes, and it just spiraled out into fucking insanity. And we're near the end, we were talking about Native Americans going through the fields and tasting grapes and stuff. I don't know why I laughed so hard at that.
Oh, that is a very good episode.
There was another, I think just in general this year, I'll remember most of just like having other people on the podcast was fun. So like having Chrissy, my sister, Allison. Am I leaving anyone out? I don't think so. Oh, Laura. I'm sorry. And then I think just there was a couple. My favorite new character that I definitely overused for subsequent episodes was Diggum Frog, and it's entirely based on we have a long-standing tradition of taking seemingly innocent characters and immediately just assigning them sexual deviant traits. And Chad's impression of what's he like? How does he like to do it, Chad? I don't. Just one more time.
Missionary style.
That whole episode about the wriggling frog legs and how disgusting it was and turning into Diggum Frog, I could not stop laughing. And I think the M&M tournament also served us well in that it led to an immediate catchphrase for the rest of the year, which was that so-and-so fucked up.
Yeah, fucked up, Kurt.
I know you're Kurt, I know you're listening. According to Chad, you fucked up. But no, it was really...
Fucked up big time. I'll never forgive him.
Probably the most fun I've had in a while is just as I was researching for this particular podcast, I was just looking through the episode descriptions and like don't even remember half of what the fuck we were talking about. They're so obtuse. It's just like the guys talk about what it'd be like to be a firefighter and how they tip. I'm like, what the? Weird bathroom etiquette and egg salad or something. It was like the strangest combinations of things.
There's one that just says intro topic: Novak's haircut. It's been a really fucking slow news week that week.
I mean, there's been no more slower news week than a notepad just covered in a giant words of piss stories. We covered that as well.
All right, should we rank the snacks here?
Let's rack them.
Sure.
So
I'd actually prefer you wrap the snacks.
Chad has compiled a list of the best and worst scores of the year. Now, the previous year we did this, things were a bit easier because we didn't quite have so many outliers, but things are different. Now, Geiger and I have absolutely no idea the names Chad's going to say because we don't. As much as we look back at the descriptions of these episodes, we don't look back at the ratings at all, and I don't remember what we rated most of these things. So, Chad, walk us through.
All right, so before I get to it, I did pull some stats, just a couple quick stats for you guys. So we ate 109 snacks this year, which is just slightly down from last year where we did 116. But that's just because we had like some mini. This doesn't count mini episodes and stuff. Because those are second class episodes. The average rating that we gave snacks
the one we're recording right now.
You all should shut this off and switch to a real app. The average this year was a 2.9 if you're giving like an indifferent to data 3 and a hate data 1. Average was 2.9. Last year was 3.0, so pretty consistent.
Wow.
Across each of us, our own individual averages. Geiger was 2.9, 3.3 last year. Novak 2.9, 3.0 last year. And I was 2.8, 2.8 last year. So we're pretty consistent there. Despite the fact that I feel like we had a lot more really bad snacks this year. And that's bore out in the actual analysis. Last year, we only had 2 flaming bag of dog shit snacks. This year, we have 6. So I'm going to start at the bottom here because it's a little less complicated here at the bottom. So the bottom 6 snacks that all got flaming bags of dog shit, and we'll do a Mount Snackmore of these here in a minute. The Goo Birthday Cake Energy Gel from our running episode. The Double Corn Chewy Corn, which that was from Papua New Guinea, I think. Mm-hmm. Little Debbie Pecan Spin Wheel. The Jade Sweet Li Hing Mui, which was from Hawaii, I think. Toffee-tastic Girl Scout Cookie. And last but not least, the Chimes Ginger Chews. Got a flaming bag of dog shit. Now, to run through the honorable mentions here real quick, these are 4 that got a 1.3, so 2 hates and a dislike. The Bumblebee Snack on the Run. The only person that didn't hate that was Novak. That was the that like chicken salad in a tin or something.
That was the only thing we ate that absolutely is not a snack. It's a meal.
It has the word snack in it.
Second one, Lucky Charms bar. You guys both hated that. I did not. I gave it a dislike. The Mr. Salty Handy Snack. Novak gave that a dislike. And the Little Debbie Strawberry Shortcake Roll, which Novak also held back from the dog shit bag.
I think we made it clear that Mr. Salty was grinding up people and making cheese out of them, I believe was the story.
Novak, you gave you were the reason why none of those got flaming bag. All those 3 terrible, horribly processed foods, you sort of tolerated. Shame on you.
I'm comfortable with who I am.
So, do we want to rank those bottom 6 here?
Yeah, let's do it. I wrote them down. Yeah. I don't know, Geiger. You're gonna need them repeated.
I did not.
Okay, who wants to? Oh, okay.
Just as someone else ranks them, I'll write them down quick.
I'm quick giving them numbers right here.
Are you doing worst is lowest?
Yeah, I'm gonna count down from best to worst. Ugh, it's hard to remember them, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, I have my rankings.
Okay, then you go.
Okay, so the least worst of these, I think, was the pecan spin wheel from Little Debbie. It was bad, don't get me wrong. Then I'm going to go the Toffee-tastic Girl Scout cookie. Coming in at number 4 to be at the base of my Mount Shitmore is the Double Corn Chewy Corn. Number 3, the Chimes Ginger Chew. Those are terrible. 2, the Jade Sweet Li Huing Mi. I just remember that just being like so like sour and like then there was like a hard thing inside or something. And the worst I think was that goo birthday cake energy gel. That was so bad.
Okay, so you giving those a score then? Are you keeping the score as I count down?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, my least bad of those is the Toffee-tastic. I think that was just a bad cookie, but it's not foul as some of these other ones are.
Yeah.
Number 5, I'm going to say the Goo Energy. Gross, but not as bad as some of these other ones. 4, I'm going to go with Double Corn. I'm honestly having a hard time recalling the taste of Double Corn, which maybe means it wasn't awful. Mm-hmm. 3, the Pecan Spin Wheels. I hate them. They're vile. I had a tough time between 2 and 1. 2, I'm going to say the Ginger Chews. They're hard to eat. My wife buys them constantly now because of our episode. And there were so many left over. She ate them and loves them. So she still eats them all the time. And I'm going to go with number 1, the Li Huing Mi, because I remember it. It was like a loose raisiny like coating or a shell over just a really like a big pit in the middle that covered 80% of it. It was barely a snack. To me, that was the most offensive of things we ate.
Yeah. Geiger?
All right. Yeah, I'm kind of a mixture of both, obviously. So 6, I'm with Chad. The pecan spin wheel was bad, but it wasn't. It's the most tolerable of the options. 5, Toffee-tastic. I think I recall Toffee-tastic just being like so dry as a bad cookie, but what flavor wasn't super offensive compared to some of these. 4 is the birthday cake gel. I just think it was super sweet. That's the main problem, and I don't really want to drink gel to begin with, but so that's 4. 3, I will go double corn again. I'm with Novak. I don't remember the taste as much. I remember the consistency and being disgusted by it. I just remember it being like the weirdest tasting, like a sweet flavor of corn that was just gross. 2, Ginger Chews. I hate the taste of ginger, but number 1, I'm with Novak. The Jade Li Wing Me, fuck me, whatever that shit was. I remember eating it and being just hyper confused Like it was just like sour, and like you said, it was just
Yeah.
crumbly, and there's like a rock inside. I just didn't know who was eating this for pleasure. It
Yeah.
was nasty.
All right, so running it down, 6th place, the Toffee Tastic. 5th place, Crazy Horse Pecan Spin Wheel. So then our Mount Shitmore for 2019, 4th place, Double Corn Chewy. Then the Goo Birthday Cake Energy Gel. Number 2, the Chimes Ginger Chew, and the number 1 by a landslide, really. Our worst snack of the year, the Jade Sweet Li Hing Mui. It's absolutely terrible.
So if
So
you're
next
listening,
time you're at your local
avoid that.
grocery store, don't
Do
buy
your best.
lei hui hing hui mi hui sour rock candy or no danger of eating ever.
All right. So moving on to the good stuff here. So we did not have any basket of puppies again this year. No snacks that all 3 of us loved. And in fact, we only had 3 snacks that had received 2 loves and a like. And I actually don't know which of these is going to
2
win.
were in one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And two were in our Cost Plus episode. So just recently. So I don't know who's going to win because for each of these, one of us gave the like. So our top 3 of the year, we've got the Nestle Tex Bar, which you both loved and I gave a like to. The Dylan's Milk Chocolate Peanut Butter Cup, which Novak gave the like to. And the Nutty Buddy, which both Novak and I loved. The Little Debbie Nutty Buddy, Geiger gave it a like. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to rank those 3. And well, tell me what you guys want to do. We could either rank those 3 and then also rank the honorable mentions to get like a top 2 honorable mentions, or I could just run through the honorable mentions. We could rank them all and try to do something. I don't know. How do you guys want to do this?
How many honorable mentions are there?
8.
All right. How about you just list off the 8, and we each pick like 2 of those, and if there's anyone gets more than a vote, then we put that as like the 4th person on Snackmore.
Okay. So the honorable mentions in most cases are 2 likes and a love, with one exception that I'll get to. So these are the 5-star peanut bar, the Snickers peanut butter crisper, the Reese's Thins, Jolly Rancher jelly beans, the Do-si-do Girl Scout cookie, the dark chocolate Oreo, and the whatchamacallit. And then the other one, which got 2 loves but an indifferent from Novak, is the Tagalong Girl Scout cookie.
We're not going to agree on
So I loved almost all of those, except for the Do-si-do and the Jolly Rancher jelly bean. I was the one that gave all of those the love.
The 2 from that list that if I had to go out, you laid them out in front of me now of that 8, and I had to eat them.
Yeah.
Now this is looking back. I don't know if it matches my scores or not, but would be the whatchamacallit, and the Jolly Rancher jelly beans, which I ended up really liking. What 2 would you guys pick off those?
I would do the dark chocolate Oreo because I have bought those many times since we did those. This is tough because
you love that 5-star.
Maybe the whatchamacallit I've also bought a lot. I would also go whatchamacallit because I introduced it into my regular snack buying rotation because of the podcast.
Ooh, this is tough. I don't know if this is just because of familiarity. Like, part of my problem is I've had a bunch of these multiple times, and some of them I really liked. I just had it the once, so I'm having a harder time remembering it. The one that jumped off the page immediately was Tagalongs. I love those things.
Yep.
I guess, actually, Chad, it probably would be dark chocolate Oreo if I was going to pick another one. It came down to that or the 5-star bar, but I think it would be dark chocolate Oreo for me.
All right, let's promote the Jolly Rancher jelly beans, the Tagalongs, dark chocolate Oreo, and the whatchamacallit. And then
well, 2 of them got 2 votes.
We'll go from there.
2 of them got 2 votes. The dark chocolate Oreo and the whatchamacallit.
And the whatchamacallit.
So I think just put those 2 in the top 5.
Promote those 2, and then we'll rank the 5.
Yep.
All right, here's my ranking. Number 5 of these for me was the Nestle Tex. It's a good bar, but I didn't think there was anything too special about it, so I would put that at the bottom of this list. Number 4, the Whatchamacallit. I do really like that Whatchamacallit. It is a very, very good bar. Number 3, I'm actually going to go Nutty Buddy. Love me some Nutty Buddy. There's just something super addictive about it, even though it is a low-quality Little Debbie snack. Number 2, I am going to go those Dillon's peanut butter cups. They are very, very good, but as you guys mentioned, they were kind of like missing some salt to really put them into that like transcendent next level snack. For me, the best of these, and it's actually wasn't that hard for me to pick this top one, the dark chocolate Oreo.
Wow.
I think that is an amazing cookie.
Whew.
I like it more than I like it more than double stuff.
What did you say?
I think we.
It might be my favorite Oreo.
I think we need an edit
I'm not
point
sure.
for when you said I like it more than.
Look, we've been through this before.
Yeah.
There are like 4 Oreo flavors that I like more than. You guys refuse to believe me on this.
Hey, Kurt, I take that back. You know who fucked up? Chad fucked up. You fucked up.
Ooh.
Yeah,
All right, Geiger,
this
do you
is
have yours?
really hard. This is a lot harder than the ones that were bad. Mine's almost a little. I have a lot of differences though from Chad. So mine is number 6. Whatchamacallit. I know I like them. I could not pick that.
6 or 5?
5. Sorry, I was looking. I could not pick.
Geiger, you fucked up.
Yeah, I know. I could not pick that one out of a lineup. Like I know I like it. I just couldn't tell you a fucking thing that's in it. I know there's chocolate on top, but it's good. I just 5. I'm actually gonna put dark chocolate Oreo. Probably at 4. It's very good. I mean, obviously, I like all these things a lot, but not as much as the others. 3 then would be probably the Nutty Buddy. I do like it a lot. And then 1 and 2 were tough for me, but it was actually, and it's surprising, it was both from that same episode. I'm going to go 2 is that peanut butter cup. I forget the brand name. Chad, you just said it. The Dillon's, right? Yeah, it was really, really good. But I remember being surprised, and maybe it's a little bit of recency bias, but the Tex bar was delicious. I was very stunned that I liked it that much.
It's a good one.
It was a great bar. Okay. The dark chocolate Oreos are 5. They don't belong on this list with these other winners.
Wow.
And
Scandalous.
saying they're better than is a blasphemous statement. And I believe I have my turn to edit this episode, and I will remove it.
What are you going to replace it with? Because you could dub something else over.
You just splice it like dark chocolate Oreos are dog shit.
I think I even like it better than Lee Hing Mui. So number 4 is the Dillon's peanut butter cup. It's a good cup. There's no doubt about it. It belongs at the top, but for me,
Ooh. I don't like how this is going to go down.
Wait, we're saying whatchamacallit is the higher than that thing?
The number 3 is the whatchamacallit. I like the
yeah.
I have grown in my like of the whatchamacallit after the episode, and I've actually purchased it a few times, and I can't say that for a lot of the things that we tried.
You know what? I know exactly what to call it. It's bullshit.
The number 2 is the Tex bar.
Whoa!
The Tex bar was amazing.
That changes everything.
Wow.
I was not expecting that.
I will seek out the Tex bar, right? If I get a chance, but it's hard to get your hands in it. The number 1,
Novak,
because it should have been a basket of puppies the first fucking time around, because it's a nearly perfect snack.
Shameless.
Is the Nutty Buddy.
Oh,
it should have been a basket of puppies. Chad and I both saw it coming. You robbed us blind, Geiger. You robbed us blind.
Okay. So do we just have to find the cheapest, most mass-produced piece of shit and use the guaranteed love from you? Your handy snacks, your
Yes.
nutty bars. And...
Yes.
Chad's over here eating French laundry. You're eating handy snacks.
There's something. A snack is not just the taste in your mouth. The snack is the nostalgia. There's something great about this Nutty Buddy, and I've been holding in a lot of untapped anger about how you fucked over the Nutty Buddy. Okay, and I've been waiting for this moment.
Put me. You know what? Let's rate it again. I'll give it a fucking dislike that. See how you like now.
You gave it the 3.
Retroactively
changed it. So Nutty Buddy it is. So Chad, what's the results?
Yeah, that changes everything. I thought you were going to go Nestle Tex #1 guy, Novak, but that changes things up. So 5th place with Crazy Horse here. It goes to the whatchamacallit. A good bar, but I think that's fair. It's not like super, super remarkable. 4th place on the strength of my rating, the dark chocolate Oreo.
Boo.
3rd place. So there's a tie for 2nd and 3rd place, but the tiebreaker of who liked the things more, who gave the things higher ratings. 3rd place is going to go to the Dillon's PB cups, and 2nd place goes to the Nestle Tex.
Yes.
And 1st place by just 1 point, thanks to Novak there at the end, is the Nutty Buddy. Little Debbie. The reason for Little Debbie's existence.
Hey, everybody. Come on here to our boutique snack podcast. You can learn all kinds of things you don't know, like fucking Cool Ranch Doritos and fucking Nutty Buddies.
Nutty Buddies. Snack of the year.
I mean,
so there you go.
I don't really care. It's a good snack, but it's a good snack.
Our champions from 2018, the Cadbury Cream Egg, and from 2019, the Little Debbie Nutty Buddy.
Really?
No, we had a tie.
Blowing the lid off the snack world for everybody.
We had a tie in the last year, right? Didn't we? We decided there was a double winner. It was Tim Tams and it was Cadbury. And
Tim Tams and Cadbury Cream Egg. Yeah.
Co-champs.
Tim Tams are better of those two.
Hey, look, there's some unknown things on here, like the Tex bar. I think is a surprise for some people, and the dark chocolate Oreos even might be something that people don't normally pick up. So yeah, I think
can't go wrong with any of those snacks.
Right.
You can go wrong with the Li Huing Mi.
Right.
Yes.
Little Debbie winning this thing is like when Leicester City won the Premier League, like a 5 million.
I'll take your word for it. I have no.
It would have been funny if the pecan spin wheel had been the worst, so Little Debbie had both won and lost the year.
Yeah.
I'm really actually surprised that Little Debbie, that was all they were represented on the bad side, because I felt like most of what we ate was
right?
trash.
Oh no, the Girl Scout top. I was thinking of the Girl Scout cookies.
The strawberry shortcake was an honorable mention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember some real like the honey bun being my least favorite, but like Chrissy liking the honey bun.
Yeah. Somehow.
I mean, Novak, you can tell me I fucked up all you want. I still can't believe you didn't give an outright hate to that slimy tuna salad in a can. You should feel ashamed. That's like cat food. You ate cat food and gave it a dislike that.
All right, so there you go.
2019 is wrapped up. 2020 is here, and we've got a bunch of snacks to be rating now. We've got some upcoming episodes that are going to feature the Nick Geiger's childhood favorites. Geiger, do you want to give him a little taste?
One of them is titty. I'm kidding. No, no.
Hate that. Giving it a hate that.
Yeah. We'll live in a mystery, but there's going to be a popular snack that we might have recently referenced changed formula, but it was one I loved as a kid, and I'm eager to see what changed and if it's better or worse.
And nobody better lay a finger on it.
I mean, I hope Bart Simpson doesn't eat all of them. And I don't remember the.
You talking about Bugles?
No, no. Yeah.
I know.
Another one that's fun to eat with your fingers, as I recall, and another one that I used to. It's just a plain old. They're all very mass produced snacks, but hopefully it was one I really really enjoyed, and I haven't eaten in a long time, and they've been sitting in my cabinet, and I'm trying hard not to eat them again.
We've got February candy month, and it's going to be full of guests. Allison's going to return. We're going to be trying the most sour candy apparently in the world, as advertised and voted on by many sour websites, is the Toxic Waste. So we look forward to that. We got Chad's brother Dave coming back to try out some movie candy. Our old executive producer Des is going to be on an episode. So we've got a lot coming up. Geiger, where can people contact us?
If you'd like to contact us, first of all, if you're a site moderator at one of these world famous sour websites, Novak just referenced,
Sour website.
the old scads of sour Reddits out there, where all my sour heads at? Come on, get us. No, I mean, like I said, this is one of the most fun things I've done in a long time. I love being on this podcast. It's a great joy for the three of us to make. And so it was a lot of fun. 2019 was a lot of fun. But fuck that. It's 2020 now. Let's make it better. Let's burn 2019 to the fucking ground. Am I right?
Sour power.
So anyway, you can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. Hashtag You Tried Dat on Twitter, Facebook group You Tried Dat. We're on YouTube, Instagram, SoundCloud, Stitcher, all the world famous places to interact on the social medias. We're there. And we'd love to hear from you. Give us a rating, give us some feedback, give us some questions, suggest snacks, the whole 9 yards.
It's 2020. I hope all of you set a resolution to slide into our DMs. That should be all of your resolutions.
You could take a break from the sour websites, coming over, leave us a message. We'd be happy to hear from you. But we will be back next time when we'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.